And thank you guys for coming today. This is our third Center for Social Innovation graduation ceremony, and I truly believe that we are starting to see more and more success every time, which is really cool. God is doing something here at OSU OKC, and I am grateful to continue to be a part of it. As most of you know, CFSI was created to help further develop career options for community members who have overcome barriers such as poverty, abuse, or incarceration. It has been the next step after treatment programs like Drug Court and Hope House, HIA, Reemerge. We tell people all the time that we are not treatment. We are the next step for people after treatment. Our purpose is to plan a path forward with each student based on their talents, skills, interests, and abilities. For the first time in their lives, these students are asked, if you could do anything in the world, what would you do? I can't tell you how many times I heard the answer, I don't know. I don't know. If you've lived a life of incarceration or domestic violence or addiction, you have not been sitting around and thinking about these things. You're thinking about getting your lights turned on, getting sober, escaping a warrant, keeping your family safe. This program is these students' opportunity to fulfill their life's purpose. It is to show their children what's possible. To finally stop the cycles of incarceration and abuse and trauma in the state of Oklahoma. Today we are going to hear from Congresswoman Vice, Secretary Everest, and hear some student stories, which will be the funnest part, I just know. But first, will you welcome OSU OKC's President, Scott Newman.
Thank you, Ariel. I know I am not the main event, so I will keep my remarks brief, but we are so very thankful to each of you for joining us today. Obviously, this is a very special occasion for our institution. Thank you to Congresswoman Vice. We're so very thankful to have you here today. We look forward to your remarks. And thank you for the wonderful representation you provide to our great state in D.C. We're very grateful for that. In addition to Congresswoman Vice, we also have with us today Oklahoma Secretary of Public Safety, Tricia Everest. Thank you, Secretary. Thank you, Secretary Everest, for all you do for our state, for OSU OKC, and of course, Center for Social Innovation. To each of the students completing the Center for Social Innovation, folks here on the front row, today's celebration marks the result of tremendous time and effort and perseverance through and around numerous obstacles and challenges. Every single one of you is here today because you made a commitment to someone that led to this very moment. In some cases, that someone was a parent. In other cases, it was a spouse or a child or some other loved one. In some cases, that commitment was to yourself. Whoever that commitment was made to, you make good on that commitment today. No matter what your future may hold, we are proud of you. And we want you to stay in touch with us so we can celebrate with you the many successes we know that you have ahead. I do want to thank Ariel, I want to thank Christian, and the many volunteers, donors, and OSU OKC staff who work hard to make sure that OSU OKC Center for Social Innovation is as successful as it can be, but we celebrate you all. Please join me in congratulating the graduates. Next, I ask you to give another warm round of applause as we invite Congresswoman Stephanie Vice to the podium.
He's a little taller than I am. Ariel and I are more on the same level, I think. So, well, thank you for giving me the unique honor to provide today's commencement speech and for allowing me to share a few of my personal insights. I would like to congratulate each and every one of you for your achievements. You have worked hard and persevered through challenges and demonstrated immense dedication to overcome barriers. As you embark in this new chapter, remember that your achievements are not merely academic. They represent the growth, resilience, and determination that resides within each one of you. You have overcome obstacles, embraced learning opportunities, and expanded your horizons. Today, we celebrate your accomplishments and growth. Your experiences have shaped you into individuals who possess not only the skills and knowledge, but also the character and values needed to make a positive impact on the world. I never expected to be in politics. In fact, I was running my own small business when I was approached about running for office. If you take one thing away from the speech today, let it be this: let nothing stop you from saying yes, because you never know where yes will lead you. This is one of the reasons I feel so passionately about the Center for Social Innovation at Oklahoma State University and the important work that is being done here. Today, I'm reminded of a quote from Winston Churchill. He said, "Success is not final, and failure is not fatal. It is the courage that continues that counts." I believe this quote rings true for many of us in the room today. You all have the courage to continue, even when things have not gone perfectly in your lives. When faced with what some may seem insurmountable obstacles, you said yes. Yes to mental health treatment. Yes to a recovery program. Yes to a helping hand to get you back on your feet. I want to share a personal story about saying yes that has changed my life. After my parents divorced when I was a child, my father began to take up some very unhealthy habits. A glass of beer turned into a glass of vodka. A puff of marijuana turned into a line of cocaine. And it was one night after a near overdose that my father said yes. Yes to drug and alcohol treatment. He spent 5 years not only working on himself, but working on understanding his past through intense therapy. He realized that saying yes to help was the only way that he would survive. And he didn't just survive, he thrived. He had always been an entrepreneur, starting many businesses, some more successful than others. But in the end, he became an incredibly successful businessman, more successful than he could have possibly imagined. And none of that would have been possible if he had not said yes. The same idea applies to me. I never thought I'd run for office, but in 2013, someone approached me to run for the state senate. I could have easily said no, but I began to think about how saying yes and taking a leap of faith could offer me opportunities to make a real difference in Oklahoma. Fast forward to 2018, and once again, I was asked to consider running for the United States House of Representatives, a role that I never could have imagined would be a possibility for me. After many no's to running, I changed my mind, and I said yes, and that is why I stand before you today. Today, I am so proud to be here with you all, men and women who have faced struggles most Oklahomans could never imagine. But every single one of you said yes. And it is because of this perseverance, you are turning your lives around. Many individuals, including those who have faced addiction, incarceration, mental health disorders, they struggle to find their place in the job market. This creates a challenging environment where second chances and opportunities for growth are really more important than ever. Recognizing the significance of second chances, we must understand the value of starting over and getting our feet underneath us. It is through institutions like the Center for Social Innovation that individuals that have faced social barriers can rebuild their lives and pursue higher education. These programs provide the necessary support, training, and education to equip individuals with the skills and knowledge needed to overcome challenges and succeed in the workforce. Starting over is not easy, but it is possible. It requires resilience, determination, and a support system that encourages second chances. By offering offering opportunities for education and personal development, individuals have the tools to rebuild their lives and contribute positively to society. We must acknowledge that everyone makes mistakes and everyone faces challenges in life. However, it is through second chances that individuals can rebuild their lives and regain their footing. It provides opportunities for growth, redemption, and personal transformation. It enables individuals to learn from their past experiences and move forward. The Center for Social Innovation is remarkable for embracing the significance of second chances. The education pathways created by this program have transformed the lives of countless individuals who have faced serious challenges, one of which, a bit ago, came and gave me a hug and said she was a graduate. By offering post-secondary education, training, and personal development, CFSI empowers you to rebuild your lives and pursue your career goals. CFSI and their partner programs recognize that starting over is possible with the right guidance and opportunities, but it is much more than just an academic education. The most recent data from the Bureau of Labor Statistics shows that the unemployment rate in Oklahoma City is around 2.9%, which is significantly lower than the national average. This is a time of tremendous opportunity for the American workforce, as the skills you all possess are in very high demand. I want to applaud each of you for working to improve your knowledge and skills, and I look forward to celebrating your successes. As you embark on the next chapter of your journey, embrace the unknown with open hearts and minds. Embrace the challenges that will come your way, for they will shape your character and foster personal growth. Embrace the diversity of perspectives, ideas, and cultures that you will encounter, for they will broaden your horizons and deepen your understanding of the world. Once again, I extend my heartfelt gratitude to all of you for allowing me to share my thoughts and my sincere congratulations on your accomplishments. Together, let us work towards a future where mental health and substance abuse is prioritized, second chances are granted, and everyone has the opportunity to build a fulfilling and successful life. Thank you.
CFSI stands for Center for Social Innovation, and it is a program that helps people who have overcome social barriers go to college and get some skills necessary to find really good employment, things that they were hoping to do but met some sort of obstacle like incarceration or addiction or domestic violence, things like that. And so it gives people a second chance to pursue their dreams and go after the things that they want.
To see these individuals grow, morph, change, and truly be transformed in who they are and what matters most to them and pursue a path of purpose has been the biggest reward of all.
This is our third year of the CFSI program, and it has been amazing to see the success and to see students come out the end of it and be employed and have their dreams start to come true.
I hadn't attended school since 9th grade. I was an addict, so addiction and non-educated was two of my biggest barriers. I learned a lot about myself and who I was and where I wanted to go in life. I had dreams, and before I did not have any of those dreams. I just was a lost cause, basically. They're here for you, they're your family. CFSI has been a life-changing event for me. It has taken me to whole new levels of life and given me so much more to hope and dream for.
What led me to CFSI was I'm a part of a mental health care program through the courts. I learned about this through my sober living community. Well, I was able to obtain a lot of skills that I needed. I'm a first generation student, so it's been a while since I've been to school and everything, and it's been so much to me. It's an honor to be a part of it. Without them, you know what I'm saying, who knows where I'll be at this point, so.
A couple barriers for me was my long history of addiction, dropping out of high school and not really knowing that college was even an option for me. The support system that I've grew being in this program, the leadership skills that I've learned, and just becoming such a tight group of people has impacted me the most. We have gotten to know each other so much over the past year, and I am just so grateful to have these people in my life.
I got out of prison, and I was living at the City Rescue Mission, and my parole officer told me about a program to get in college, and I got the information, and I came up here, and it was a great opportunity, the greatest opportunity of my life. I feel alive again, coming from my past experiences and being able to go forward and be able to gain the confidence, you know, in my skills and developing and becoming professional. I'm really grateful for the whole group, and that everybody needs to stay strong and keep moving forward in life. CFSI to me is my superpower.
I have a 2-year-old son, so I'm a single mom. I am a felon. I did 2 years in prison. My life is so amazing today. I'm in this program, CFSI at school, which is an amazing opportunity to help me get to the next level in life. I don't know, I've grown so much since I've been here, and things are just like I've never even imagined that I would be where I am today. Yeah. Life-changing would be a good word for what CFSI has been.
So I've learned communication skills this program. I've learned how to be a student again, which is real important. It's really important to me, and how to act professionally in the business world. I plan to be a social worker. I want to help as many people as I can to give back what has been freely given to me. CFSI has been life-changing to me. Definitely life-changing.
Some of the barriers that I faced before the CFSI program was public speaking. I did suffer from social anxiety disorder a little bit. And CFSI has taught me how to become more professional in my lifestyle. It's helped me develop more of a growth mindset, and it has helped me learn communication skills that I didn't have before. CFSI has meant to me a better way of life. Success.
And the barriers that I dealt with in life were domestic violence that led me to a drug addiction. The time being here has allowed me to make a plan moving forward. It kept me focused, made me realize that I can do college being a mom of 2. I am able to do it, and I have the consistency of doing class at the same time as taking care of her. This is Emberly. This is our CFSI baby for this year. She's been coming to class with me every day. I wasn't alone getting back into college. I was able to learn from others and be with others and not start this journey out alone. You got anything you want to say? Say it right here. Say hello.
And I came to CFSI because I was lost, didn't have any direction, didn't know where I was going. Self-worth was the problem. And they made me believe that I could make it and that I could do it. I'd like to get a degree in broadcasting and journalism. And I'd also like to get a degree in real estate. Oh, they're like my family. They were really good, supportive, and whenever I would want to give up, they were always there. Come on, you know, you can do it. They were, you know, my cheerleaders, so it's meant to me everything. I wanted to show my child, you know, that I can make it, and I want her to see me succeed. Because I can't teach her anything if I don't do it first, you know.
So I, at the age of 40, became a single mom of 4 kids, and I kind of had nothing. I had my van and my kids and some suitcases. I quickly realized, because I'd been a stay-at-home mom for 15 years, that I had no higher education, nothing like that, and so trying to get out into the workforce to support kids, I realized I wasn't going to get very far. My counselor actually suggested CFSI. They just gave me the confidence that I could do it all, and they opened doors. Obviously, I wouldn't be able to go to school and work full-time without their help. So it was huge, right? They're door openers and they're encouragers, and this whole program is just so supportive of those who find themselves wanting to take the next step, but have those barriers.
I was very active in addiction for 14 years. I had all of these doubts that I would not be able to go back to school. This program saw me for myself. They accepted me and all of my flaws and all of my history, and they accepted the fact that I don't look good on paper and accepted me into their program and with welcoming and opening arms and made me feel like family. And they've opened doors for me that I didn't know were possible. Any issue that I've had arise, anything that I couldn't handle on my own, they've given me the support, the love, and the means to help me achieve my goals. I want to provide a life for my kids that I didn't have. By going to school, I'm able to further my career and I'm able to provide for them in a way that I couldn't have done when I was in active addiction.
When I got into Oxford Sober Living, I was presented with the opportunity to join CFSI. The way it's designed, it's to get you out of your shell. It's to get you integrated back in, believing in yourself. I mean, it says so on the banner. I mean, when it says purpose and hope, that's exactly what this program is designed to give you. People coming from out of prison, anything from domestic violence to drug addiction and everything like that. It's keyed toward focusing on trying to reintegrate them back into society and help them get the upper hand of gaining their life back. It's meant everything to me. It's meant getting my life back on track. It's given me strength and hope and believing in myself and believing in others.
This program has been amazing. It's set me up for success in all areas of my life, in leadership skills, with mentoring, with learning how to communicate well. CFSI is a firm foundation to me. I love you all. We have made it through this whole semester together. We are a family, and I know we're going to stick together. Stay focused and persevere.
First of all, I'm just so proud of everyone. This cohort of graduates is really rising to a new level of personal success and professional success, and they've demonstrated it consistently over the year.
Our students, people who have overcome addiction and incarceration and just domestic violence, trauma, all of these barriers, they can do more than just be sober. Not to say that's not a great feat, because it is. It's probably the most important first thing you can do. We're capable of doing more if we're given the chance to do it, and our students prove that.
I love each and every individual of this class, but I'm so excited for the possibilities for these individuals professionally and personally, and in knowing what matters most to them as they pursue a life of purpose.
I'm so proud of this group. To our students who are graduating, you guys are incredible, and you are smart, and you are the reason that I do this. I'm going to miss you. I just can't wait to see what you do in life to further prove that what we're doing is working and that it's important and that it's deserved.
That was an amazing video. Please give them a round of applause. Each one of you have fought through adversity, barriers, challenges, and you refuse to stop. Today is a defining point in your life. Each person, every one of you, has a story. For everyone in the audience even, what is yours? How is the writing going? Unlike a book, you can't edit out the chapters, the experiences you have completed. But each of our graduates have used their life experiences and leaned into them to build upon as a guidepost, not a barrier. The pages in your book might be marked on, highlighted, dog-eared, have tattered edges. But you did not let that stop you. You knew there was new paper. Your life tells a story. You are strong. You are talented. You have the knowledge. As I told each of you many times before, you are each a leader. You have made new friends, acquired mentors, have identified those people that inspired and set aspirations for you. Over the past year, you have started your own path in life. Today is a huge step in this journey. What you have accomplished in the past year as a member of CFSI and OSU OKC leads not only to changing your life, but for the generations that follow. You are each amazing individuals, and it's an honor and a privilege to celebrate you. The step you completed in your higher education journey is one that few have actually endured. In Oklahoma, you are now among only 23.7% of the state's population that has accomplished completing college coursework. Through your investment this past year, your lifetime earning potential has already increased by an average of $700,000. Today is your day one, the day we celebrate your next step, the continuation of your journey. Clean paper, a new chapter. Your stories are incredible, and we celebrate each of you. I now turn the attention to those we celebrate, and ask Shauna and others to tell their story. As you listen, remember, is their day one? It's your day one, too. It's a chance to reflect, to celebrate, to start a new chapter. Shauna?
They say speak your truth, even if your voice shakes. And this is such a bittersweet moment for me, so I'm going to try to hold back my tears, so bear with me here. Hello, my name is Shauna Stevens. I am a 31-year-old mother to 4 wonderful kids. I grew up in Mustang, Oklahoma with my aunt and 3 sisters. Both my parents were addicts, and I had a great childhood. We got everything we ever wanted. My aunt did an amazing job at raising us. At the age of 12, I moved in with my dad, but he parented out of guilt, and my sisters and I got away with everything. By the time I was 14, I started my drug addiction. At first, it was just a little bit here and there, but when I turned 16, my dad passed away, and that's when things got hard for me. I fell deeper into my addiction and dropped out of school. When I turned 18, I had my first baby. This began a cycle of harder and harder addiction, having more children and experiencing even deeper despair after losing each of them. In 2017, I got arrested for possession, and I pled into Oklahoma County Drug Court. Unfortunately, I wasn't ready to quit using and quickly ended up in jail and pregnant again. Drug court transferred me to the Remerge program, and that was when I finally surrendered. On November 4th, 2018, I got clean, and I have been in recovery ever since. I have all 4 of my children back. I have a house, a car, and just overall stability. I graduated from the Remerge program in April of 2021. I worked a full-time job until I decided to focus on my career path. Today, I am graduating the CFSI program with a 4.0 and continuing my education for associates. For my associates in addiction counseling here at OSU OKC and celebrating 5 beautiful years of recovery. Ariel and Christian, thank you so much for being our fearless leaders. You guys are such an inspiration, and when I consider all that you have taught me and reflect on the kind of person you are, I want to be like you. Smart, interesting, and engaging. Positive, confident, well-informed, and easy to understand. Thinking with your heart as well as your head. Gently nudging us to do our best with sensitivity and insight. Giving your time, energy, and talent to ensure the brightest possible future for each of us. Thank you, guys. To my fellow cohorts, made friends, and my life has been so much brighter and happier. You have changed my life without even trying, and I don't think I could ever tell you how much you guys mean to me.
Come on.
I cannot imagine what this year would have been like without you all. A lot of things are about to change. We are about to start our productive lives and deal with the world. People are going to come and go, but we will always have each other's backs. I want nothing more but for you to be happy with the person you have become. And if you believe in me like I believe in you, people will remember us and the way we took this year like champs. Some of us may have been knocked down, but we help each other back up and hit even harder. I always want you in my life so that we can make even more memories together, and I want you to always remember, no matter where life takes you or what path you choose, you will always meet challenges. This is just the way life is. There are no guarantees, and no matter how many things you do right or how many rules you follow, there will always be that fork in the road that makes you choose between this way or that. But whenever you leave this place, remember these things. You are loved. Love will sustain you. You are strong. Prayer will get you through anything. You are wise. Your past does not define you, and the greatest gift of all lies within you. I'm so proud of each of you and your successes this year, and I just want you to know you are going on to bigger and greater things. You are my people, and I love you guys so much.
John?
Hello, everybody. I'm John Stanfield. I've had a lot of difficult experiences growing up as a child. My parents divorced when I was 4 years old, and I struggled because I had no understanding, which caused a lot of pain and trauma in my life. I realized the impact on my mental and emotional health because it became a major challenge. When I was 18, I lost my grandfather in October. My mom was murdered in November. My grandmother passed away in December. I was left on my own, and I still know how to recover from the pain. I got married at a young age, and I have a beautiful daughter, but my marriage did not last. And I ended up getting a divorce, and the time spent away from my daughter sent me into depression. Then I started living recklessly, making bad decisions, poor choices, and I took life for granted. From 2005 to 2022, I spent 15 of these years incarcerated and missed out some very important times in my daughter's life, which have been the hardest of my heart and broken me into so many pieces. And I had no idea how to put myself back together. I know what it's like to feel hopeless and to want to give up. I was at war with myself and mad that I let life beat me down and keep me there for so long. I turned the pain in my life into fuel for the fire burning inside of me. The mind is your most powerful weapon when we are going through struggles. If you cannot control your mind, then you are just a feather in the wind of life. I made an aggressive decision that I was not going to let this destroy me. I was going to do everything in my power to overcome the many obstacles in front of me. I was released from Northport Correctional Center in Sarah, Oklahoma in April of 2022. On parole to the City Rescue Mission, Bridge to Life Recovery Program. And thank you, City Rescue Mission. While living at the City Rescue Mission, I was able to attend CFSI at OSU OKC. I wasn't the smartest or the most talented person, but I will put the work in. I wanted this as badly as I wanted to breathe, and I'm proud to state the fact that I was relentless, and nothing was going to stop me. I could not wait to get
to school each day, even though I had no transportation and took the bus. I was the first to show up, and always the last to leave. My daily routine consisted of school, working out at the wellness center as much as I could in between. It took a lot of grit, determination, and discipline to go this far. Even with my internship at Integris Health, I would go to work, I would go back to school, and stay late. I spent all my time on campus, even on the weekends. I would be at the Learning Resource Center. I grinded every day. I gave it 120%. And looking back at all that I accomplished this year is so worthwhile. This golden opportunity to be part of CFSI increased my desire for greatness against all the odds that I faced.
You got this.
Throughout my life, I've never had anyone influence and inspire me into the day I met Ariel Moore.
Yes.
She has truly been my superpower. Let me tell the world, there are amazing things going on in CFSI, LSU, OKC. A prime example of powerful transformation. Because of all the great people involved on this campus, this is my family, my community. You have impacted me with all your care, support, and encouragement. And that has brought me back to life, which truly means the world to me. Through my education here, I have experienced a tremendous amount of healing and have been the contributing factor to my success. I've been extremely committed to making a change in my life so that I can create a bright future with meaning and purpose and a new perspective moving forward. I have a strong passion to be successful. I worked so hard to get here, and I value the person I've become today, and I love the process. For my CFSI team, I'm so proud to share this journey with every one of you. Remember, sometimes you gotta take the hits, but keep moving forward. That's how winning is done. Through commitment, you gain motivation to pursue success, and will develop the consistency to execute, like your life depends on it. Embrace the challenge of achieving success because you put the work, you put the blood, the sweat, the tears to overcome all the obstacles we face. So value the hard work it took. Ultimately, even the smallest decisions can ruin our lives. Invest in making good decisions because they will add up and will influence the greater ones. Man. And finally, as Frank Sinatra said, the best revenge is massive success. Thank you.
Hi everybody. My name is Ryan Blackwell, and I just recently celebrated 4 years of recovery. Okay. I was raised in a broken home full of addicts, and this led me to early addiction at the age of 12. By the time I turned 16, I ended up pregnant.
Okay, Ryan.
Okay. My father was in prison, and my mother was strung out methamphetamine. Sorry. Okay. I was in such denial of even having a problem because I had no idea what a good life even looked like. I lost my rights to my children, started injecting meth and heroin that led me into jails and prisons. After prison, I ended up going into rehabilitation programs. This ended up being almost 4 years in and out of rehabilitation. In 2018, I completed my last rehabilitation at the Jesus House. I believed it was God who gave me a new heart and a new way of living through His Word. I then went to cosmetology school, obtained my license, and gained the best husband a girl could ask for. He is so gentle and patient with me. He loves me deeply and guides me the way Jesus would. He is so precious to my heart. I am completely finished with the Oklahoma court systems and paid all my fines and fees. My oldest son has lived with me the past 2 years. He has made me such a better person. He is so strong-minded and disciplined, and he loves so fiercely. The Lord has given me a new family that follows Him as well. For this, I'm forever grateful. I started my first year of college in the CFSI program and learned so much from all the trainings and classes. This has helped me become disciplined and motivated to accomplish anything I set my mind on. I have been accepted into the President's Leadership Club here at OSU OKC. I was able to obtain a 4.0. It was given to me. I have gained so much confidence and connections here on the campus that has also played a huge role in my success for this first year. I want to thank everyone here at OSU OKC and also the community that has brought this program together. It has given me the opportunity to build lifelong relationships that has been life-changing and opened up so many doors for opportunities. Thank you.
My name is Lindsay Nicholas, and I am a recovering addict. I decided to change mine up a little bit and not give you a whole lot of my life story because my past no longer defines who I am today. First, I'd like to thank each and every person that helped fund this program. You have no idea how much this program has tremendously changed each and every one of our lives. You turned all of our dreams into a reality, and without you, none of this would be possible. I would also like to thank my family and drug court for encouraging me and supporting me through this process, helping me transform into the person I've become today. To all my fellow classmates, this is just the beginning of something amazing. We are one big family and have come so far in such little time. As we continue to grow, I don't want anyone to forget how far we have come. I'm so proud of each and every person in this cohort, and I've watched everyone work so hard for a better life, a life we have earned. We have all made mistakes, but we have proven we are fighters, and we are the ones that have the power over breaking the cycle. I love all of you and can't wait to see how far we go from here. Ariel, Christian, Chris, Janine, Charles, and Danira, and all the ones that I missed. Thank you for never giving up on us, for pushing us when we felt like giving up, and just being there for all of us in a time in our lives when we just needed encouragement and support that each of you all gave us on a daily basis, never passing judgment, and just loving us. Last but definitely not least, I want to say thank you to my beautiful mother for never giving up on me and pushing me to change my life, to not repeat all my mistakes. This is for you, my guardian angel. and she from her mom. When my mom abandoned me, I was fortunate to have a great dad and a set of grandparents to come to my rescue and raise me. I had a hard but wonderful childhood. When I broke my leg playing softball in high school, I was given opiates. What we didn't know was that deep down inside of me was an ancestral curse of addiction. Multiple surgeries, and 8 years later, those pills had become a part of me. When my granddad died, I could no longer outrun the addiction, trauma, and generational curses. Things got hard, and I ran. I did to my daughter what my mom did to me. I abandoned her. I gave up college completely. I met my abuser, and I graduated from pills to heroin. 4 hard years later, I gave birth to Jensen and decided that I was done running. I checked myself into Jordan's Crossing. After a total of 301 days, I graduated from rehab and went to remerge. While I was in remerge, I also was a participant in Hope House. I was free from the Oklahoma justice system, had stable housing, but still didn't have any idea what direction I wanted my life to go in. I went through a code boot camp, came out with a wonderful job working as a project manager at a development shop, but realized I didn't really enjoy working at a place that was relying on sales. It's said that the career piece is the most important part of the puzzle, and after 3 programs, I was still searching for it. Luckily, I applied for CFSI. I came into the program with 114 college credit hours already, and my mission became to find a direction. And I can stand here and successfully say that I have found that. I'm going to take over the world. I'm going to change the world. I'm going into social work. Since being a part of CFSI, I have graduated with an associate's in science. I am officially an East Central Tiger. Summer classes start in June, and 40 hours is all that stands between me and my bachelor's. After that, my master's. I am now 4.5 years sober, but I have lived in the trenches for years, and at one point I convinced myself that it was just the role I was meant to play in life. The last time I saw my mom was on Easter. It was the first time in 2 years. She was on the side of the highway, pushing a shopping cart and talking to the voices in her head. And I realized that I am the lucky one, because as I stand here today, I know I have rewritten my future and the future for my children. I will be passing down different generational customs from now on. I want to leave my cohort with some things that have helped me. And as y'all know, I am rarely wrong, so take notes. When I was in rehab, I read that the only way people escape their trauma is to find purpose for it. So I'm telling all of you to do that. Forgive yourself for who you had to become when you were still living in survival mode. Screw your feelings. Show up in your life. Yes, your feelings matter. Feel them and process them. But don't allow them to stop you from reaching your goals. You've done a good job at that one, Lindsay. I'm glad you're here. The story you tell yourself matters. I choose to no longer identify as an addict. I am a mom, a college graduate, a friend Will can always turn to when he needs someone to put him in his place. Radical acceptance. Blame is a tool that we people use to dissipate accountability. Don't spend your time or energy trying to find who is to blame. Go straight into action and solve the problem. Relapse is the norm. Get in the mindset that if it happens to you on your road to recovery, you are not going to take a speed bump and turn it into a car crash. Don't camp out in shame. Go back to the basics. Relapse is just an indicator that something wasn't working and you need to recalibrate and try again. Do this as many times as you need to. You only fail if you don't keep trying. And lastly, the most important soft skill. Get real comfortable with being held accountable. Because moving forward, you are going to be tasked with holding a whole bunch of people accountable. And you can't hold someone else accountable if you are not willing to be held accountable yourself. This is where the real relapse prevention happens.
because sometimes those that are around us can see our relapses before they happen. And if they love you, they will tell you. And hearing it will be hard, but it can save you. So, when you are stuck or lost and might not know what to do, just ask yourself, WWJD, what would Jimmy do? Or home. So we have gifts for Ariel and Christian. I have a snake plant for Ariel. We chose a snake plant. Those precious to God become important to Satan. Gifting a snake plant means that you care for their health and wish them a healthy life ahead. It symbolizes cleanliness and tenacity. It is also believed to absorb negative energy and eliminate bitterness and jealousy. We need to protect you at all costs because you change lives and there are people still out there who haven't met you yet and are waiting their turn. Christian, we chose a peace lily. It symbolizes peace, innocence, healing, and prosperity. Gifting a peace lily means you acknowledge the journey someone is on and wish them peace and support. I see you, we see you, and we are all better now that we have met you. You came in late, and I hope you go forward healing and loving others like you have for us.
100% no way to follow the graduates of CFSI. I love your words, each one of you, and for all of your dedication to yourselves to be able to go through this program. I'm grateful for the time that I got to spend coming into your classroom and sitting in amongst the group. As a side note, before I say anything more, I met Ariel in 2016, so in our 7 years together, I've often and always said every time I'm in the same room with her, I know I'm doing something right in life. Thanks to you. And I say that to each one of you now, so as we continue on our journeys, and I know we're going to continue to cross paths, because I'm going to learn how to be able to be present and be in those same places, because when we're out there changing the world, we're taking it over. We find like people. We're all in this room together because we want to be like people and support each other. The greatest class I took in college, truly, was a class called Small Group Behavior. It was pretty much 1 credit hour out of my entire bachelor's degree, but it's also the class that I remember the most. And as part of the class, we had to sit in a room. We had to. We learned how to sit in a room, and I don't remember if it was an hour, 50 minutes, 30 minutes, and we had a small group, similar to you, all a little bit smaller, and we had to learn to be completely present. We could only discuss what was happening right now. What am I thinking about? The here and now. I remember it being an awkward silence, and I remember it being a kind of a curious challenge. It took me, though, many years to really start recognizing, man, that was the key to everything. If I could be right here, right now. So I spend, and I have made it a practice. And the more that I spend being present and being right here, right now, the greater my life has gotten, the less I think about me. The greater my responsibilities and opportunities, and to be able to stand before this group at a program that matters so much. So I want to just remind you of everything that you've heard today, starting with Congresswoman Bikes. I mean, coming in from DC, like if we think that we don't matter, or you think that if you ever forget, we've got people from all over the country, all these different programs coming in. So I think about it the first time, it took me again much longer than it took you all to believe in myself and start taking that one step. And I recognized the significance when someone invited me to go climb a mountain. And you're at the base of the mountain, which is indicative to any one of my days that I might think that I have barriers. And you're like, where do you get started? I mean, it's massive. You don't see the top. And it's just all the space, and every rock looks the same as far as I'm concerned. And then you start climbing, and there were areas where the friend that I was hiking with was like, I can't go anymore. And then lightning struck, and we had to go more. And then we saw some boulders, and we got our knuckles kind of bummed out, but we kept pushing each other up. And she was a total peer, someone I worked with. So I also learned that I can be on a separate journey than her journey, but we could do it together and cheer each other on. That was really, really big, because for a long time I needed to be needed, so I needed to be a part of your journey. And I was too afraid to really know what my journey was, so I never was able to do this. So I'm climbing up the mountain, and I remember when we got to the top, and it was the first time that I looked out, and the first thought that came to me, besides like, whoosh, you know, that accomplishment, like what you're feeling right now, the adrenaline running through, was that the world's a whole lot bigger than I ever imagined it was. How did I get so locked into my own perceived obstacles or my own perceived barriers? Because up there, I realized, man, I am like an ant. I'm not even an ant, but I am something. So when you all come down from the mountain of the adrenaline of the well-earned and deserved graduation celebration today, and you go back into those moments of time, and you start recognizing where you are in that here and now, and if you start to realize and be like, wait, I don't know which step to take, take that moment and come right here and pat in the feeling that you have today, and that reminder of, oh yeah, I can do anything, and there's all these people who are supporting me whether I see them or not. And you all have become all those people that are supporting others, whether you know that or not. How many people in here have participated or are coming back? Because you're just the third year, so you are actually like the coolest class of them all. Because you have other people that are coming back, and you have the strength of them. So everybody who's been part of CFSI, raise your hands. Check that out. And First Lady Sarah Stitt, and the state of Oklahoma. Congratulations on your graduation.
I know I'm going to be nasally from just being emotional. Yeah, okay. Well, are you guys nervous? Probably a little bit. Okay. This is the fun part. We are going to present our awards to our students to celebrate them. Tara's already crying. Well, Congresswoman Vice President Newman, Mike, and Christian, please join me to help pass out the awards. Today, our graduating students will be receiving a CFSI completion certificate, a custom CFSI stole to wear on their graduation day here at OSU, and a congressional recognition of achievement from Congresswoman Vice, and then a small gift from us to them. Our first student is Viviana Torres. Viviana graduated the top 10% of Star Spencer last May and came right into college. Yes, she's now working a new job at St. Anthony's Hospital, and she's learned over this past year how to put herself first, and she's improved her Spanish speaking abilities over this past year. And she was also serving as our social media coordinator for our Things That Matter Club. She has completed 7 classes, and she's going to continue her education. Okay, our next student is Davina Mulhall. Over this past year, Davina
was able to purchase a car. She got her own apartment, got her daughter in a different, better school, and got her home set up. She almost gave up, but she didn't. She's kind of shared with us, and she's planning on continuing her education here with summer classes. She has completed 6 classes since last fall. Kayla Jeffers. Kayla just completed a spring internship at Neighborhood Services Organization, and she was job interview right after this, so. Kayla is the president of our Things That Matter Club, voted by her peers. She got her own apartment. She became, and most recently became a member of the Patient Advisory Board of the STAR program at OU Medical, and now she is 3 years sober. And Nigelson. Nadia also graduated from Spencer last May and jumped right into college with us. She says that she loves a new version of herself, that she does not have the same boundaries that she has learned to have with others now. She completed 3 classes and is continuing her education here at OSU. Ashley Berger. Ashley got a new job working full-time as a patient care tech, is applying to begin the OSU OKC nursing program in spring. She got home furniture for her family. You guys, she homeschooled 4 children, worked full-time, and is finishing the semester with a 4.0. Casey Green. Casey got a promotion at work of nearly 40%. She has 3 years sober. Her kids are thriving after being reunified with them in December of 21. She's enrolled in 9 credit hours for fall, and she made it through some major challenges with her family with excellent grades. Lindsay Vickers. Lindsay got her license, driver's license, has 462 days sober, reestablished broken relationships, had a 3.75 GPA, and then she wants to receive this award in loving memory of her mother, Susan, who passed away on Tuesday of this week. Terry Scarrett. Terry's completed an internship at CSU this spring semester. He got independent living. Has a year and 7 months sober, earned 7 supplemental certifications during service at CFSI, such as project management and human resources development, and then he graduates mental health court on June 6th. William Andrew Timmons. Will has finished a drug court internship, survived, he says, heartbroken, broken leg. Like a country song. And he's helped multiple classmates find stable housing, because that's what he does. And he served as the treasurer for Things That Matter Club. Michael Holder. Michael received an AmeriCorps scholarship or internship at Lynn Institute, where he's going to continue doing after finishing with us. He is the recipient of an Invisalign Smile Grant through the Orthodontic Associates for $6,000. And he is 405 days sober and moved in the same sober house. And he completed 8 classes. That's a lot of classes. 8 classes. Jimmy Brown. As you guys heard, she graduated with her enterprise development degree, and she only has 40 hours left until her bachelor's. Shauna Stevens. Shauna just got a new car, has built substantial amounts of self-confidence and leadership skills, finishing the year with a 4.0. She just finished an internship at Restore OKC, where she was just officially hired on. And then she was our Things That Matter social media coordinator. And she also received or did certifications such as project management and integrative behavioral health. Bridget was recently granted temporary custody of her grandchild, which is a humongous deal. Is the recipient of the Lynn Institute Scholarship for $7,000 towards her education. Was asked to join BTK, got her own home, is 2 years sober, and just completed an internship at North Care. So she's doing something. John Stanfield. John is also a recipient of the Lynn Institute Scholarship for $7,000 to go towards his education. John got his own car, a license, his own apartment. He completed an internship at Integris Hospital and was put on inactive parole after less than a year. And John and the next person that we're going to call have been nominated and selected to be CFSI leadership students for the next year, which means that him and Ryan will be working with us as staff. Ryan was accepted into the President's Leadership Club. She's going to be a CFSI leadership student along with John, so we're going to be seeing a lot more of her. And she's going to help participate in the next CFSI interviews to select our next group. She had a 4.0, interned at Diversion Hub, and received several scholarships since she's graduated. Will all of my graduates stand up and let's celebrate them one more time? Okay, on behalf of CFSI, I just want to say thank you to the people here today that believe that these students were worthy and capable of doing more and deserving of a second chance. To the Gaylord Foundation, who supported us from the beginning, thank you for believing in the vision and holding us while we have grown. Thank you to the International Foundation. It has been, yeah, we won't clap. It's good. We'll be here way too long. We'll do it at the end. Okay, thank you to the Innismuch Foundation, who has been with us also since early on, is supporting our current work along with what our future holds. Most recently, we received congressional funding through the work and support of Congresswoman Stephanie Bice. Thank you for caring about this work while you're out there fighting for justice on the federal level. Dawn and Shelley Griner, who couldn't be here today, you've been such champions to these students during our most crucial moments. And if you're affiliated with any of the funding supports I just mentioned, will you stand and be recognized, please? I also want to thank our interview committee members. Will you guys stand? Danara, Amy, Deborah, and Chris, who selected all of these students. Thank you for doing that loud. It was very convincing, almost convincing enough so that they'll do it again. I appreciate that. If you have been a guest speaker, a presenter, or a professor, or a trainer for these students, will you stand and be recognized? We are better because of you. Thank you. Thank you for your time. To end the ceremony and to send these students into the next phases of their journeys, I'd like to invite you all to join us outside if it's, please God, not raining. Do we know if it's, we're going to exit out of these doors? It's not raining. We'll exit out of these doors because I know the outlet works. And so you'll just want to grab a white envelope. There's a live butterfly in there, so please do not open it until we're all ready to open it. This butterfly is going to seal the moment for our graduates as a symbol and a memory of hope, transformation, and their beautiful new beginnings. Thank you guys.